Scorpio, what have you gotten yourselves into? First of all, let me just preface this by saying this is for sun, moon, or rising, or maybe somebody who's dealing with a Scorpio. You might also have Scorpio placements in your chart that are prominent. You're gonna have to look up your personal birth chart to figure that out. But let's break down what we're looking at. It's either you or someone that you're dealing with has been trapped in a situation. This could involve a woman, it could involve a mother figure, it could also, it's like maybe you are the woman, maybe you've been feeling trapped. Somebody has been unable to move on from a situation. This is either someone has been unable to move on from you, maybe someone that you're dealing with is in a situation that they can't get out of. It's like someone has been feeling like this for a long time. This is like, someone feels like they have to stay dedicated to something. Someone is very honorable. I will say that. It's like somebody maybe made a choice at some point. If somebody got somebody pregnant, for instance, they were like, alright, this is what we're gonna do. I'm a father now, even though I don't like this woman. That is one example. That doesn't have to be what the story is. But there's something like that where it's like somebody, while they made the choice to be honorable, they've also been quietly fantasizing about some other life in the background. So, perhaps you are that other life, perhaps you are that person that's been fantasizing. I don't know what your situation is. It's going to resonate differently for everybody, but right now, the energy is somebody is like very secretly harboring a lot of feelings. It could be somebody that has not been able to move on from you. It could be somebody who got themselves stuck into a situation and now they are quietly fantasizing about you, and they have been the whole time. Again, it's like maybe you're the one who's quietly fantasizing. Somebody is like very secretly emotional over a love that has been lost. This does feel like a masculine energy. It feels like somebody is like very passionate about somebody that like didn't work out. It's like maybe you guys even like at some point talked about what it would be like one day to have a kid, and they ended up having a kid with somebody else. Again, maybe that's not your story. That could be somebody's story. This is a collective reading for Scorpio. I don't know what your personal situation is. You'd have to book a reading, but it does feel like somebody, is just not ready to let you go. Like, you make somebody very happy, or somebody makes you very happy. Whatever side of this reading that you're on, somebody is, like, not able to give you up, or you're not able to give them up. There's something going on, and this is like a very secret energy. This is something that somebody buries deep inside. So if this is somebody you haven't heard from in a while, if you know a Scorpio, or if you are, it's like, if this resonates with you on some level, or if you kind of have an intuition, especially if you're a Scorpio, or especially if you're a water sign. Water signs are like the most psychic of the zodiac. I say this all the time. Water signs are like the pinnacle of psychic. You're the most naturally intuitive. You're the most naturally gifted. And Scorpios especially are like so skeptical. It is so funny to me, not to go off on a tangent forever about this. I'm going to try to keep this tangent very short, but like Scorpios are super psychic, and they're always the first ones to like be skeptical, right? They're like, I don't believe in psychics. Meanwhile, they're like low-key having dreams about shit that ends up happening, right? Or like they can like read your thoughts. It's so funny, and it's so weird that Scorpios are like the first to be like, I don't believe in that, but then they like secretly have all of the secrets to the universe or whatever. Like they have like all of the keys. It's so funny and so weird, but it's like Scorpios are so skeptical they don't even believe in themselves, you know? And that might even be like the situation that is happening here, where it's like maybe it seemed too good to be true when it like first started. There is some like energy of like a lost love, a lost childhood love, or even like a very childlike nature of this love that was lost or something. It's like this is like somebody's been trapped in their head about you, or you about them, whichever one you are. It's like somebody knows what they lost, and they've been like pining and like wallowing over it, to say like the very least. So let's see what's coming up. What's in your future now that we know the past and present? Okay, I'm gonna say this. I feel like there is some sort of comeuppance with this. Somebody could end up manifesting what they desire. There could be a commitment coming up, and there could be a new start. It could be with somebody that they either almost shared a life with and it didn't work out, or alternatively, or even like in addition to, this can be an and or situation, right? Somebody maybe already like started a family, for example. So if this person comes back to you, you're gonna get them back, but you're also gonna get all of the baggage they come with, and you have to be prepared for that. And maybe you are. Maybe you already know what this person has been through. So it's like, let's say you fell in love with somebody and they ended up getting somebody else pregnant, and years later, you're still on their mind, and you guys end up getting back together. You still have to deal with the fact that they have another family with somebody else, and even if they technically leave that family, and even if they technically divorce and they legally separate, they are still bound to that family for the rest of their lives to some degree, right? So it's like, that's one possible interpretation. You might end up with somebody who will still have to deal with the person that they ended up with by accident or by default, or whatever the case is. Somebody like for sure got themselves into a pickle. Maybe pickles are relevant. Maybe somebody loves pickles. Not sure if I channeled that or if that's a coincidence. Many psychics will tell you that there are no coincidences. Kind of in a silly mood. Maybe you guys were really silly together at some point. This does feel like a love reading. You know, a lot of times I'm like, this will be a love reading, but I'll also read it as a business reading. I probably could read it as a business reading, but this doesn't feel like a business reading. This feels like a love reading. There's like a horn honking as I'm saying that. Okay. So I'm glad I noticed that it cut me off right there, because I would have kept talking and it wasn't recording. Okay, so maybe there's going to be another interruption of this romance before it finally gets off the ground. We are about to enter Saturn back into Pisces again, so maybe that's significant. That seems to be sort of showing up in readings a lot lately. And so for those of you that are not on that astrology tip, Saturn has been in Aries for the past few months. Before that, it was in Pisces for a lot. And it's about to be back in Pisces until, like, I want to say January or February. Saturn in Pisces, Pisces is so Saturn is all about, like, lessons, hard choices, learning a lot. It's like the stern father of the planets. Pisces is a lot about like dreamy energy, illusions. It's sort of like the final chapters of somebody's fantasy world, and like kind of coming to terms with what that really means. But I feel like the last few months people have been having some major wake-up calls about like kind of the illusions that they've kind of been under, and now we're about to kind of wrap up the last few moments of whatever has transpired. All of this to say, I do feel like what you are going to have to know about this person that you are either dealing with, or maybe that you are, whoever the masculine involved is, they aren't going to return like magically grown up. They are growing up and they are going to be better, but there's still a residue of that annoying little boy inside of them, right? Like, last time you knew them, last time you talked to them, they were like a very hasty, dumb little boy that like made very dumb decisions, did not think before they acted, maybe thought only with their dick, right? Or something. Not trying to call this dude out, especially if you're the dude. I'm so sorry, but like, and I cannot stress this enough, I do think that this person has grown up significantly or will have grown up significantly by the time you guys do rekindle. But you have to know there is a little bit of that left. And you have to know specifically that if they feel left out or slighted in any way, that version of them will come out. So if they feel like pouty or like overlooked or like you're not paying attention to them, they're gonna act like a little brat. Like, he is going to be that annoying little child that you remember. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is why I can't stand you. So, like, as much as he has grown, or he will have grown by the time you return to each other, be realistic about it. Like, everyone is human, everybody is flawed, we are all just trying our best, even when we are not trying our best. You know what I'm saying? So, try to give him grace and have patience. And if you are this person, if you're the Scorpio and you're the dude, and this is you, try to remember to keep that in check. Try to be like, oh, that's right, I'm feeling like my mother abandoned me when I was a child, and now I feel like the woman I'm in love with is abandoning me for not responding to my texts fast enough. Or whatever it is, your shit and your baggage is that you might be projecting onto the girl of your dreams, or the woman that you love, or that you're about to reconcile with. Just try to keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. But I mean, overall, it does look really good. It does look like somebody is about to get something that they've been wanting for a very long time. There's a very good manifestation coming. It also looks like there is a financial level up for the masculine involved. So, congratulations in advance on that. There is a financial and a status, like some sort of status upgrade is like really just around the corner. So, yeah, if this reading resonated with you, or if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, do all of the things. And if you'd like to book a personal, you can do so at lunarprophet.com. But until next time, good luck, Scorpios.